Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video. This is going to be a reading vlog. Now, I figured I should probably do this little intro because unfortunately this vlog has been like 3 weeks in the making. I don't know how it happened, but I think this is almost 3 weeks of footage of me reading. So I figured an intro is probably going to be a good idea. It starts off with me attempting to do a 24-hour readathon. It didn't really work well. I slept way too much. Probably not a good idea to do that when you don't sleep in general. So then I extended it to just a normal weekend reading vlog, and then because of how bad my sleeping is, I then extended it to a week reading vlog, and it just continued to snowball from there. So this is like the last couple of weeks, I think from like the last week of January to 2 weeks into February. Lots of reading was done, which is good. There's a lot of books in here, not a lot of context, but I hope you guys enjoy it nonetheless. Let's just get into whatever this mess is. I still wanted to upload it for you guys because I did read a lot of books. I have now officially read 20 books and my goal for the year was to read 40. So I have managed to somehow read half of my goal for the year in the first 2 months of January of 2023. I don't know why I said January. But nonetheless, let's just get into this vlog. Today, we're going to be doing a 24-hour readathon. So it is almost the end of January. We've got, I think, almost 4 days left of January, possibly. Today is Friday the 27th. So I am going to try my best to get through a couple more of books that I have on my shelves to try and reach my goal of completing 20 books off my physical unread TBR. I have a couple of books here that I have for my physical TBR, and then I do have a couple on my Kindle that I do want to have a read of, and also a couple of middle grades from my library, which I think I might look into. So if you have been watching a couple of my videos, you'll know that I have actually been going through my library and reading the middle grade series that I read when I was younger, obviously. It is the Sisters Grimm series by Michael Buckley. My library has all 9 of the books and they're only like maybe 200 pages long, 230 pages long. So I've been making my way through those. I am currently up to the 5th book, I think. Yeah, I'm up to the 5th book as of today. So I do want to try and read a couple of maybe those today, maybe get through the 5th and 6th book. That way I only have 3 left, if my math is correct. Yeah. But for physical books, I have the Star Touch Queen duology by Roshani Chokshi. I read this when I first started making booktube videos, which was back in like 2016. So I have this one, and then I also have A Crown of Wishes, which is the second book to the duology. So I have these two because I do want to read something physical. They are just classic YAs and it shouldn't be too hard to get through them. This one is 338 pages and 367 pages, so not too much longer than that. And then if possible, if I do get a chance to, I do actually want to read Lightlark by Alex Astor. So this is just a YA fantasy. I believe it's YA. This one is 409 pages, so quite a hefty stack if you also include a couple of the middle grades that I do want to pick up, but it shouldn't be too hard. I'm just going for something that's quick and easy to get through while also having some substance. And then if I do manage to get through the middle grade books that I have on Libby, there are a couple of things in my Kindle. So we do have Duel of the Vampire Lord by Elise Cover. This is just a new book in like a series, but they're standalones, all set in the same universe. So we've got that one, and then I also have Their Vicious Darling, which I can also have a read through of as well. That one I think is only about 200 pages long. So yeah, we've got a couple of books to pick from. So yes, it is almost, I'm going to start this readathon at about 9:30. So we're currently at 9:10. So get myself set up. I'm going to make myself, I think I'm going to have an iced coffee. I'm going to make myself an iced coffee, get all set up in the living room, because that is where the aircon is. Watch a little bit of Vampire Diaries, because I have started watching that again. And then make our way through these books. So let us go and get ready. So I just finished the 5th book in the Sisters Grimm series. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5 stars. There was a plot twist at the end that I wasn't expecting. Now I'm very upset. Yes, it is only 11 o'clock. It's like almost 10 past 11. So it's still very early. I read that quite quickly. It was only like 210 pages or something like that. So I read it very quickly. I'm getting sleepy, which is not good. So I'm gonna go make myself a coffee, take a break for a second to rest my eyes, and then I'll get back into it and I'll start this one. That's good because the text is very, very big. I should really be wearing my glasses, but I have misplaced said glasses. They are somewhere either in the bedroom or in the library, and I can't remember where. So it is 1 o'clock now, I think, like 10 past 1, something like that. I am basically 100 pages into Star Touch Queen. I am really, really liking it. I remember people saying that Roshani Chokski's writing is very beautiful and lyrical, and it is, and I'm really enjoying it. There's just been so many like quotes so far that I really like, specifically kind of like declarations of love. Like there was one just before, I would rip the stars from the sky if you wished it. Stop. But I'm really liking this. So far, not much has happened. The main character's just basically met with her husband and is now living in the magical, mystical land where he lives. And she's like learning about the world and stuff. I'm just having a good old time. So I've read 100 pages. This book is 300 and something, 340 pages. So I should be able to finish it relatively soon. I don't know if I'm gonna stay up all night just because I am sleepy, but we'll see. If I do end up wanting to go to bed, I'll pick up something on my Kindle. I just need to decide what to pick up on the Kindle. So I might do that now quickly. Let's see what we have on the Kindle. I might either pick up, oh, I said I was going to pick up the Jewel with the Vampire Lord, so I'll pick up that. So once I head to bed, I'll pick up Jewel with the Vampire Lord, because I can read that on my Kindle, which is a lot easier to hold rather than my actual iPad. I would read on my iPad. I would read like the second, no, not the second, what is it? The 6th book in the Sisters Grimm series, but this is just too heavy to hold. I'm gonna take like a quick, like 15-20 minute break just to rejuvenate, watch something on YouTube, and then I'll get back to reading. So yeah, having a really good time with this. I liked it originally. I gave it a 4 stars when I first read it. So I'm hoping that this year, now that it's many, many years later since I read it the first time, that I'm going to give it a 5 star. Good morning, everyone. Almost 6 a.m. I believe. Yeah, so 5 minutes till 6 o'clock. I went to bed at around 2 a.m. So I stayed up and continued reading a bit more of this. So I am now on page 130. So I'm on page 130, and then I did start falling asleep. So I went to bed and picked up Duel with the Vampire Lord, and I've read about 30 pages of this. This is a lot different than the other 2 books in the series. If you have read those, this main character, she is like not as girly. She's like not as girly, not as like, I don't know, like damsel in distress-esque, like what the first 2 main characters are in the first 2 books. They're quite like girly and very like reminiscent of like, you know, princesses and stuff like that. In this one, our main character, she is actually like a blacksmith, and her whole family has owned this town's like smith, blacksmithery. My brain's not working right now. So yeah, that's very different, and obviously the vampires are like really bad and dangerous, blah blah blah. Our main character's position in the town is the Forge's maiden. Essentially, in her family, they've got the Forge's matron, which is the mother, and then the Forge's hunter or something along those lines. And so she is the Forge's maiden because she obviously needs to produce people to then, you know, take after working in the forge. Yeah, she lives in a town of basically hunters. It's even called Hunter's Hamlet, I think. So yeah, it's very interesting. I'm definitely going to be intrigued as to how the relationship goes. This is a lot longer than I thought it was as well. This is 530 pages, which I did not expect. I thought it was going to be like the other 2, which are like only 200, 300 pages. So that's great. What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue on with this and get this finished. I'm totally going to end up taking a nap today. That was less than like, what, less than 4 hours sleep? But I did have my alarm originally set for like, oh, hi Lily. I did have my alarm originally set for like 8:30, seeing I went to bed at 2 a.m. But yeah, decided I should probably, I felt like waking up, so I got up. And this is a visitor. I fell asleep. I fell asleep. It's been a couple of hours. It's been quite a lot of hours actually. I look like a mess because it is very hot and humid outside. So it's currently 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I woke up at 5:45, started reading. I fell asleep at like 8:30ish, and then woke up I think around 11. And then I had to call my dad. No, it was about 10 o'clock. Okay, so 10 o'clock. I woke up at 10 o'clock. And then I had to call my dad because it is his birthday. And I chatted to them for a while. So, yes. Then we had to go shopping because we had to get birthday presents for a couple people. So, yeah, and now we're back home. So, it's been a while. I'm going to change this 24 hours into a 48 hour. Because we don't have to go out and do anything tomorrow, which is good. So hopefully I will be able to still complete my TBR. But I did actually read quite a bit more. So I left off at like I think page 122. So I'm now at page 234. So I read a decent chunk, almost towards the end, which is really good. I didn't read any more of the Duel with the Vampire Lord. Haven't touched that yet. But while we were out, I did buy some books. So let's get to them. The first ones that I got was the paperback, the small paperback edition of Glow. This is to match the other copies that I have because when Glow was first published, it came in like a normal sized paperback with the white cover and the white spine, but now they've republished it, rightfully so, with the black spine so that it matches the rest of the series. So I bought that one. And then I also picked up Kingdom of Cursed and Kingdom of the Wicked. No, Kingdom of the Feared. Am I angry that these do not match? Yes. But that is a problem for another day. So now I have... Ooh, that hurt. So now I have the complete trilogy, so I'll be able to read this and finish it, which is good. So that is another series off my list. Then I also picked up Blood Marked, which is the second book to Legendborn. So there we go. Another series that I can get up to date on, which is good. Oh, dang, that is chunky. I thought Legendborn was chunky, but Blood Marked is even chunkier. Damn. How many pages? It's almost 600 pages. Holy snap. That's 500 pages. Wow. So I'll get to those at some point. But for right now, what I want to do is I want to finish off the Star Touch Queen and also, what's that other one? A Crown of Wishes, I think it is. And yeah, so we'll turn this one into like a 48-hour weekend reading vlog basically because I don't want to pressure myself because I've not been sleeping well, as you can probably see from the designer bags under my eyes. So yeah, really enjoying this so far. Although I think I do need to just go back and reread the last couple of pages because I think I was falling asleep a little bit as I was reading and I was getting a little bit confused. But anyway, I will talk to you guys later on. It's a lot later. It's almost 1 AM. So basically what happened was I fell asleep and then I watched a movie. So it's been a while, but I have news. I finished the Star Touch Queen. I'm actually giving this a 3 out of 5 stars. While the writing is absolutely amazing and incredible and beautiful and poetic, this was a little bit long. I feel like it didn't need the last like 50 pages or so. Could have been wrapped up a lot quicker, or at least like the last like 100 pages or so could have been wrapped up a lot quicker. So this could have only been like a 270, 280 page book. But anyway, I enjoyed it nonetheless. It was definitely interesting. And I'm glad that I've finally now finished it. So my reread for this is done, so I can now finally move on to A Crown of Wishes. So while this is the second book in the series, it does not follow the same characters. In this we have characters that feature in the first book, but they are not the main characters. So this one is following the sister of the main character from the Star Touch Queen. So we're following her, and she is teaming up with a notoriously cunning prince of a neighbouring land. They team up together to try and win the Tournament of Wishes, a competition held in a mythical city where the Lord of Wealth promises a wish to the victor, because she has been kidnapped and captured by her kingdom's enemy, and she's a prisoner of war. So yeah, I liked where this character had been sort of left off at in the first book, so I'm interested to see where this one goes. I'm going to continue on with reading Jill with the Vampire Lord. I'm going to try and get to at least page 100 tonight. I don't know how well that's going to go because I am very tired. But hopefully, since I'm going to actually have like a decent night's sleep and then wake up at a decent hour, I should be able to read more. Yeah, and I was kind of feeling a little bit down today about missing my dad's birthday, so mental health wasn't really feeling the greatest, but nonetheless, it's okay. Such a cute fluffy boy. Hey? Let's go to bed. So it's Sunday night. I'm doing skincare, as you can tell, because today was just not a good mental health day, unfortunately. So, yeah, I have started reading Crown of Wishes. I'm about 40 pages into it. It's going okay. That's pretty much all I can say. I'm also almost 70 pages into Jill with the Vampire Lord. That's getting interesting. That's pretty much all I have to update you guys on. So unfortunately, this reading vlog has pretty much it's just gone crap. So I'm gonna end the vlog tomorrow. I'm gonna try and read for a bit tonight and see how much I get through. But other than that, nothing has happened. Hello everyone. So it has been it's been a while. It is Wednesday now. I don't even know what weekend I started this. I don't even know if it's been 1 week or 2 weeks. But basically, mental health sort of took a turn, and we're now in February. So this 24-hour weekend reading vlog did not go the way it was supposed to. But I did manage to finish 2 books, which is good. I am still in the midst of reading Crown of Wishes and Jill with the Vampire Lord. This is not holding my interest as much as I would like it to, but I'm still going to continue on with it. What's happened to the book? Okay. I'm still going to continue on with it. I'm still going to finish it, but I do need to start working on my February TBR, which includes With Fire in Their Blood by Kat Delacourt, The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley, as well as Home Before Dark by Riley Sager, which I have on my Kindle. Yeah, I have a couple of books that I need to read. I'm just going to finish off this week with a vlog. I want to finish this so I can finish off the duology. I'm not really going to put much focus into Jill with the Vampire Lord just because I'm not really feeling it at the moment. Yeah, I'm not really feeling it at the moment. I would much rather read Children of Fallen Gods, I think, the second book in the Daughter of No Worlds trilogy. I'd much rather read that. So that's what I'm going to do. So yes, today is Wednesday. Monday and Tuesday were very busy. We had my partner's sister's birthday, so we went and celebrated that. I basically today have just been going around the house and cleaning and organising things because I do have uni starting in a couple of weeks. which is very exciting and very nerve-wracking, but it's all good. Boxes of clothing that I need to take to the thrift store so I can drop those off, and then I also do need to go and talk to the Centrelink people to organize my student payments because it hasn't happened yet and I'm getting stressed. Yeah, that's basically the update. You can tell I am disheveled. I also went book shopping, which I'm not supposed to do, but that's okay. I got a copy of Babel by R.F. Kuang. This is not as big as I thought it was going to be. I don't really know if I'm going to like this or not, but I figured I might as well have it just in case. I got Babel, and I also got Jane Eyre because I actually do have to read Jane Eyre for one of my classes that I am taking. Oh my god, the third edition of this book was done in 1848. Jesus. I can't exactly remember what class we're going to be reading this one for, but it's one of them. But yeah, so I got those two. I'm going to go and continue resting on the couch while I wait for the washing to finish. And then I'm going to finish this one so I can start. I'm going to start reading Home Before Dark. But I had a nightmare about ghosts, so now I'm like really scared. Let's make sure I read it during the day. So I can start with Fire and Their Blood. Oh, it's got such a pretty chapter header. It's like got pretty flowers on there. Anyway, that's the plans. If I manage to finish these ones and Home Before Dark, I'm going to add on Belladonna to the TBR just because I feel like it'll fit the creepy ghosty vibes that February is having for some reason. And also Rebecca because I can finish it. Good morning everyone. So I have decided that I'm going to DNF A Crown of Wishes simply because I'm just not interested. I've read 50 pages into this book so far and I don't really like the characters. I'm not exactly interested in what the story is. This isn't like a continuation of the series at all. It's sort of like a spin-off. And I'm just not interested in it at all. And so because it is only a duology, I'm just not going to finish it because I could not be bothered. It was giving me, like, making me go into a slump. So I don't really want to read this. So it's going to be a DNF. So that is the first DNF of 2023. So that means that I did pick up Children of Fallen Gods. I read like almost 120 pages or something like that last night. I did not sleep very well at all, so I was up for quite a lot of the night. Yeah, I read a lot in this. Shit is happening, shit is going down, shit is going crazy, and I want to finish this so I can find out what the fuck is happening. So yeah, it's currently like 3 o'clock. I've only been up for 3 hours, which is not good, but you know, mental health and not sleeping well doesn't, you know, makes for bad sleep. So yeah, I'm going to start reading Home Before Dark today. I don't think it's that long. I think it's only probably about like 350-400 pages, so hopefully I can get through that quite quickly. I look so tired. That's my update for now. I need to go and film, so I will talk to you guys when I have another update. So it's Friday. I don't know when I last spoke to you. I think it was yesterday. I could be wrong. I have no concept of time at this moment in time. But I do have reading updates, which is good. So, I officially started Home Before Dark last night. I didn't read a lot of it though. I only read, I think, 10 to 20 pages of it. It's definitely giving me Haunting of Bly Manor vibes. No, not that one. Oh, Haunting of Hill House, I think. That's the one that is very, very similar. So I read that, and then I did not sleep very well, like, at all. I went to bed at like 2 a.m. and then got woken up around 4:30, 4:45, with Prince peeing and taking a dump in the bathroom, not in his litter box, and then Louis deciding to pee on the basket of clothes that we had sitting in the bedroom, and some of the pee went on the carpet. Yeah, I didn't fall back asleep until around 7:30, 8 o'clock-ish. So it's now like 3 o'clock, 3:15. I've already been up and like made myself a coffee and cleaned the kitchen and stuff like that. So I've been up for a little while. But because I didn't sleep very well, I ended up reading over like 200 pages of Children of Fallen Gods by Carissa Broadbent, and holy crap, this book is just blowing my mind. I don't understand how Carissa Broadbent managed to write this book. I am really, really enjoying this book. We've like met new characters and discovered new things, and if you have not picked up Daughter of No Worlds, please go and pick it up. This book is just, I think this might be a 5-star read. I don't know yet because it's been quite slow, and there are moments where I enjoy reading from other characters' perspectives than others, so it's been like a bit of a slog to get through, but I am still enjoying it, and the stuff that has been happening is just absolutely mind-blowing. I thought I figured it out, and then I was completely wrong, and now I don't know. I have like, I think 130 pages left. 80% of the way through. This book is 630 pages and I'm on page 504. So I read quite a bit last night. I think I started off around page 270 or 240, something like that. So I read a lot last night. I want to read the rest of this book, so I'm going to do that. I might fall asleep. I'm still feeling very, very sleepy, but we'll see. I did also read the first chapter of With Fire in Their Blood. I don't know if this is set during like present time or if it's, I think this is like an urban fantasy set during present time, but I'm saving this for reading during nighttime because Home Before Dark is a paranormal thriller, or at least I think it's going to be a paranormal thriller, so I don't want to give myself nightmares, and I'm going to be reading that during the day. But anyway, I'm going to go and continue reading Daughter of No Worlds and give you an update when I most likely have my heart ripped out. It's Saturday at about 3:30. I did not sleep very well, but because I didn't sleep very well, that means I actually managed to finish Children of Fallen Gods by Carissa Broadbent. This book is insane. I'm giving it a 5 out of 5 stars. It was a bit long, that is my only gripe with it, but there were so many revelations and just, it's such an intricate plot. I don't know how Carissa Broadbent has managed to pull it off. I really, really don't. I absolutely loved it. 100%. And I am terrified for what the third book is going to have. And I don't know what to expect. Because you think you know stuff, and then it turns out that you don't. Yeah, I'm just scared for what's going to happen, but I really like this book. This was definitely like, this is my first official like actual 5-star book. Like I did give one of the Sisters Grimm books a 5-star, but I feel like that was more for nostalgia value. This is like the first actual like proper 5-star, I feel like. So yes, but I have finished that now, which means I can now focus on Home Before Dark and hopefully finish that one off today, because it's only like 300 pages or something, 370 pages, something like that, and it is daytime, so I'm not going to get scared, which is good. In case you couldn't tell by my disheveled appearance, it is really hot. But I have some reading news, reading updates. So, okay, so I'm 39% into, is this even focused on me? There we go. I'm 39% into, oh sorry, 40% into Home Before Dark. I'm at page 150. It's whatever so far. It's not really scary. I said before in, I think, my January wrap-up that it reminded me of Haunting of Bly Manor. I didn't mean that one, I meant Haunting on Hill House, or Haunting of Hill House, whichever one it is. Same people directed it and starred in it and everything like that. But yeah, it's, so far not really much has happened. Our main character Maggie has moved back into Blaneberry Hall, I think it's called. And she's just in the process of sort of figuring out what needs to be like renovated, what needs to be sorted out, and she's also discovering a couple of things that her father wrote about in the book. And she's sort of discovering things that her dad wrote about in the book and finding if things in the house are like correspond with what her dad wrote in the book. Because she doesn't remember a lot of the stuff that happened when they were staying at the house. She just like can't remember any of it. So yeah, so far the only real creepy thing is like the stuff that you get to read actually that's from the book that her father wrote, which happens before every the beginning of every chapter. You get like a little excerpt of the book that was written about the house itself. Yeah, I can't really say too much on it. It's meh so far. I'm like, I don't really know how to explain it. I'm bored, but I'm also, you know, interested into finding out what exactly is the issue, if it really is going to be like the place is haunted, or if it's going to be more along the lines of like drug abuse or something like more sinister. I have a couple of theories. I just don't know if they're going to be true or not. But yeah, so I'm going to continue reading this, but because the week coming, so it's Sunday right now, so Monday I'm going to be very busy and I won't have time to film anything, and I think I'm going to be exhausted for the rest of the week just because I have a lot of things that require a lot of mental stability, which I don't have at the moment. So I am going to end the vlog today. I'll end it later on, like after dinner and everything. Video vlog has been going on for almost, I think, like 2.5 weeks now, probably longer than that. So I think it needs to end. So yeah. Other than just reading Home Before Dark, I read a little bit more of Jill with the Vampire Lord. It's going okay. I don't know what it is. I'm just not interested in it. But I do want to get caught up with it. So yeah, I did also actually start reading With Fire in Their Blood last night. I got up to page 26. This is feeling very YA. It is set in like the present day, I want to say. I don't have really any expectations with this because I think I just picked it up from like Big W or Kmart or something. I can't actually remember where I bought this. But anyway, that's my update for now. I'm going to go back into the living room and sit in the aircon and read for a bit and then edit the 6 different videos that I have to edit. I've showered and I have finished Home Before Dark. I'm giving it a 2 out of 5 stars. It is like every horror movie that I have seen. I really wasn't that impressed by it, unfortunately. Yeah, it was like your classic run-of-the-mill horror story that ends up being something else entirely, and like a whole lot of like using mental health as a way of, oh, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Using mental health as a way of describing the unknown, I guess, if that's what I'm trying to think of. I can't exactly remember. But yeah, I wasn't that fussed. It was very meh throughout the whole entire thing. I finished it in 2 sittings. It was a quick read. Didn't really have a lot of substance either. Don't think I'm going to be interested in picking up any other Riley Sager books. So that's one author I can cross off my list. I mentioned before that I wasn't really all that interested in reading A Duel with a Vampire Lord. That is still true, so I don't exactly know what I'm going to read next. I obviously still have With Fire in Their Blood, but I think I might try reading until like 50 pages in to With Fire in Their Blood, and then see how I feel about it. But that is the end of this vlog, because I'm going to just spend the rest of the afternoon relaxing and psyching myself up for going and being a big girl tomorrow and having to go and talk to people about the government. Basically, I need to go and talk to the government about my student loans, and I don't want to. So that is the end for this vlog. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I am so sorry that it has been an absolute mess. I hope that next week's, or at least the week after's, will be better than what this one was. But at least I finished books. That's the one thing that I am taking away from this, is that I finished books. I hope you guys enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Let me know what your thoughts were down below in the comments. If you'd like to see more of me, then do be sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and you can stay notified for when I post new things by following my Twitter and Instagram. Links are always down in the description box below. And yeah, that is it. I will talk to you guys in another video later on.